Chapter 425, Luo Feng's Plan. Translator, translation_nation. Editor, translation_nation, Chuchatrain. That mysterious being that represented the Virtual Universe Company left straight after that simple announcement. Even though Luo Feng and the others were still curious, they could only return to Skyscraper 0825 to rest. Daybreak of the next day. Everyone please get ready, we'll begin the group teleportation soon, which will send all the participants into their respective training spaces. A clear voice resounded within the entire space where the skyscrapers were. The geniuses within the 1008 skyscrapers were up much earlier, awaiting the beginning of the elimination. First the elimination and later the duels. However, in terms of brutality of the round, it was obvious that the training space round made their hearts tremble. All the best. Work hard. Within the large hall of the Skyscraper 0825, the geniuses from the Gonwu Universe country wished each other. It was too brutal. This first wave of elimination alone eliminated over 1 million people. Of the 1,000 geniuses in this hall, less than a count of 10 fingers worth of people may be left. Madman, good luck. Windmill, all the best. Luo Feng and the green-haired youth Windmill encouraged each other. Suddenly, rumble. A formless peculiar energy descended on the space, causing the 1,008,000 geniuses within to immediately be teleported. As for the undying still in that space, along with the waiters and staff etc., they weren't affected at all. There was a large meteorite that was close to 100 kilometers in size, rectangular-shaped, floating in mid-space. Shwa! Luo Feng appeared on the meteorite. As he looked around, there were distant little stars around him. And not too far from himself, ordinary planets without any life could be seen. He couldn't help but exclaim, the virtual universe created more than 1 million training spaces, just this one alone is so realistic. This meteorite which was floating in the universe had 7 towers. Every tower was high like a mountain, at least 10 kilometers tall and several cubic meters in area. The 7 towers were spread out in different locations on this huge meteorite. Luo Feng lowered his gaze to look at his wrist. On it was a screen, just like during the elimination back in the Gonwu Universe country selection. Participant, Luo Feng, Gonwu Universe country. Points, 0. Rank, none. Training space location, number 027938. There were a total of 7 towers in a training space and each one of these towers had 7 levels. The first training tower, every level alone had a maximum score of 10,000 points. If one completed all 7 levels, they could at most acquire 70,000 points. The second tower, every level's maximum score was 100,000 points. Completing all 7 levels would gain one a maximum of 700,000 points. All test NOVL on novelben/.cm. The fourth tower, every level's maximum score was 10 million. Completing all would give one 70 million points. The 7th tower, every level's maximum score was 100 trillion points. After completing all 7 levels, one would acquire 700 trillion points. Note, the moment one dies, the training ends. There were 2 ways to get past every level. One of them was to kill all the targets within that level, acquiring all the points possible and being transported immediately to the next. The second way was, instead of killing all targets, if one still survived without dying after 10 days, he would be immediately transported to the next level and continue on. When all of the participants have died, the training ends. The final ranking will be determined then. Below shows the ranking. Madness. Luo Feng looked at the screen, shaking his head. When everyone dies, the training ends? What does this mean? Does it mean that there is a possibility that no one can actually make it past the 7th tower? Obviously, the difficulty of the towers were extremely high. The Virtual Universe Company had confidence in killing off every one of the participants. This is pretty similar to the elimination stage of the Gonwu Universe country. However, that time it was just within that one world, and it was just a part of the Gonwu Universe country's selection and ranking within that one world. And this time, it's actually the pinnacle geniuses from the 1008 universe countries all gathered. The strong are numerous as the clouds, and ranking below 7,300, one would immediately be eliminated. Luo Feng creased his eyebrows and pondered. Obviously. The first tower was meant to be easier, and it got gradually harder towards the end. This states that there are two ways to get past every level. One is to kill all the targets and the other is to survive for 10 days. Then he'll be automatically transported. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. Doesn't this mean, in every level, I can stay for as long as 10 days? Each training tower has 7 levels. Then, just in one tower I can stay for as long as 70 days. Luo Feng couldn't help but reveal an expression of excitement. That's great. This way the 5 towers will give me 1 year's worth of time. What did he lack the most currently? Time. The golden horned beast just broke through to the universe level. Its natural talents had just begun to flourish, comprehending the domain and studying the gold origin laws. And the Mosha clan body had just been born last year October. Its training till now hadn't even reached a year. If he had 1 more year of time, he would definitely be even stronger. Right. This is it. Luo Feng made the decision. I won't rush forward anxiously at the start. I'll let the Mosha clan body in reality work and train hard, maximizing my growth as much as possible. The stronger I get, then I'd definitely be able to go further in this training space. Till then, maybe my ranking will be extremely low at first. However, there's no rush. The more important thing is the final rank. I'll shock everybody with a single brilliant move. Luo Feng laughed. Rumble. He became a beam of light and flew towards that first tower. That tower that was at least 10 kilometers tall with an engraving 1 on its entrance. This was the first tower. Luo Feng prepared his spirit weapons and armor etc. and entered. The moment he entered, the words on Luo Feng's screen moved. First tower, first level, 10,000 ferocious beasts, hairy blood mammoths. Killing 1 beast would get 1 point, while killing all would give 10,000 points and teleporting him straight to level 2. If one didn't kill them all and survives for 10 days, he'll be transported immediately to level 2 as well. Death will mean the end of training. At the side of the screen, there was even a countdown timer. Obviously, the moment the 10 days were up he would be transported. Just like what I thought. Luo Feng smiled. Then let's begin. In reality. Solar System, Mars. A golden-horned beast at least 10 m long let out an excited cry. Roar, after which images of the golden-horned beast appeared about, continuing to study the absolute space. As a being favored by space itself, the Mosha clan clone was studying a space technique with total enjoyment. That feeling was wonderful. Virtual universe, within that plaza stood the 1008 Undyings, casually spread out. The training space elimination wasn't broadcast publicly in the entire universe. The only thing broadcasted were the rankings. And only the final duels would be broadcasted publicly. However, the Undyings from the many universe countries had special privileges. They could watch the stream of every participant. This Bolin, indeed he's vicious. The moment he started, he has been ranked number 1. So fast, this Bolin's score is rising at such a shocking speed. It far exceeds the number 2 ranker. 13. Your Gonwu Universe country's Rongjun is not bad too. Right now he's ranked 12. The 1008 Undyings could easily watch the rank table and the situation of each participant. Right now they represented each universe country. And so, naturally they'd wish for their own geniuses to be more outstanding, that way they'd gain more respect. To these eternal beings, face and respect was extremely important. Still okay. The scaled armored giant nodded slightly, sitting in an enormous chair, watching the screen. Rongjun. He directly opened the stream of Rongjun's situation. All that could be seen was the wild barefooted youth, with peculiar movement, extremely quick, wielding a battle blade and slashing at the winged, three-eyed hairy lion-like creatures, ferocious beast chimera. The scale-armored giant couldn't help but reveal a smile on his face. His eyebrows creased, his anger showing. This Luo Feng. He actually didn't notice that the rankings had Luo Feng's name. From his expectations, this Luo Feng should at least be able to make it to the top 10,000. Following which he opened his own name list of the Gonwu Universe country and saw Luo Feng's name. Luo Feng, Gonwu Universe country, rank 1,006,891. This made the giant's eyes rage, his anger revealing itself. What's this idiot doing? The scale-armored giant opened Luo Feng's stream. Looking at it he creased his eyebrows. He's not even working hard, this punk. He's using the training space to train? Exactly. However, the golden horned beast and the Mosha clan clone were both engaged in training. Even if Luo Feng's earth body didn't train and just constantly absorbed the comprehension from those two bodies, using it in battle, he would constantly grow even more. First tower, first level, second level. In each level, he stayed for a full 10 days. He waited till the last moment to go kill all the targets. Obviously, amongst the over 1 million geniuses, it wasn't just Luo Feng doing this. Many others had used the same strategy during the easier earlier levels to squeeze out more time to strengthen themselves. Hence this resulted in Luo Feng not being the last. However, he was still almost the last, amongst the bottom 1,000 or 2,000. 60 days later. Rumble. Luo Feng reached the 7th level of the first tower. The 6th level before, what was in it was actually the Space Beast song. Luo Feng couldn't help but exclaim as he thought about the previous level. Simultaneously he looked at the screen on his wrist. First tower, 7th level, Bug Clan Mother Nest. Killing the Mother Nest would give 10,000 points, immediately transporting to the second tower's first level. Bug Clan Mother Nest. In reality, even the weakest Mother Nest was still comparable to a Sector Lord, sometimes even comparable to many Undyings. This training space's Mother Nest was lowered in power to fit the participants' level. Suggestion: kill the Mother Nest as early as possible. The later it gets, the Mother Nest will produce more and more bug clans, and stronger ones at that. Rumble. The 7th level space immediately transformed into a vast desert. Within the center of the desert there was a patch of green, and there lay a huge round ball with a diameter of about 60 m. The round ball had dents in it, simultaneously emitting some poison. Even its body itself was covered in poisonous liquid. Bug Clan Mother Nest? Luo Feng stared. Earth, Earth. Shenlong Jia. Luo Feng thought of the three great dangers of Earth. In Shenlong Jia there was a terrifying mysterious ball there, even Babata had forbidden him from touching that thing.